देखा तुमको जब देखा तुमको यारा, तुमसे कोई अच्छा है ना तुमसे कोई प्यारा, यूं नजरों न फेरा तुम, मेरे हो मेरे तुम, मैं सोनी. Okay, hi guys. So today I want to talk about, should we buy these expensive courses and subscription which these YouTube self improvement guys are selling. Right? It's a big question, right? I've seen a lot of people unsatisfied with this kind of work, and lot I haven't. Few people may be getting actually value from it. Few people, most of the people are not getting benefits of those kind of things, right? I've already made a video why this self improvement will not help you, right? So basically I wanted to make video on this topic, should you buy these courses, right? And where I wanted to talk about Hamza, Tate, like Hamza has a Adonis group, Tate has Hustlers University, Imam Gadzhi, I hope I pronounce his name right. He has this digital renaissance course, something like this, right? Maybe a subscription plan as well, right? But then I stuck, like maybe I think what Tate and Hamza is, what he is actually, you can basically know throughout the videos what kind of personality they are like, right? It's not very hard to understand about them, right? So I wanted to make video, but because Imam, I have seen it, his personality is lot more hidden. His actual truth is lot more time hidden. So before going to make that video, I thought maybe I will make a video on Imam, right? Imam Gadzhi, if I'm pronouncing it right. So this guy, I you can say I'm jealous, or you can say whatever, right? Maybe I'm envious a bit as well, right? Because he's at my age group, doing certainly good for him, right? Earning so much money, retiring his mom, hanging around with good people. I have seen videos where he chartered planes, private planes, jets, and even, right? Very good. Very good. If somebody is doing, yeah. So there is a lot of enviness while I'm talking to about him. Jealousy is there, but still I am trying my biased side of me, right? The biased brain, the biased part of my brain, where keeping this thing aside, right? And coming the truth, right? What I observe about him, right? First of all, the personality he shows on camera, he's not that person, right? uh, I try to dig upon him little bit, try to know about him. Like basically, my intention was not to say ill things about him or try to expose him or something, right? Because initially I was really impressed by his work, right? I wanted to see his old videos so that I could inspire to see where I am currently, right? And so that I could inspire from it. I want, whenever I find somebody who's very fascinating, I wanted to know their backstory, right? So that I could relate and maybe take motivation from there and grow as they have grown, right? So Imam, I think so. He has this courses made for you, right? In maybe in copywriting or digital content, like basically some digital. I think he has a subscription or course on how to like digital marketing or something like this, right? And this kind of thing, right? I don't think he has for copywriting, but yeah, he has some digital agency, right, which helps you to gain a lot of attraction on web page, whatever, right? SEO thing, this kind of thing, right? So, but if I tell you, he did not became what he became through these kind of thing, right? He did not became through a lot of money, everything. Basically, he got rich through YouTube, right? That is the main thing. He never got rich through this his whatever the previous work he was doing, right? He blew up on YouTube, right? First of all, I don't like to talk about other people. I feel so cringy right now, even talking, saying the name and everything, right? But this is basically in context that to understand you should buy somebody's course or not, right? So that is very important part of that whole video. So that's why I'm going into this direction. So Imam sell okay, so he tells us that he life got improved because he was in digital agency and he worked hard there, he got client, and then through the YouTube and everything, right? Yeah, that is one perspective, right? That is one perspective. That is way happened later in life, right? the way he is what is today, that nobody, like most of you have ignored that, right? If I am in India, or somebody in Pakistan, somebody in Dubai, or somebody in Europe, somewhere who is watching this guy, right? He did not amazingly blew up or something like this, right? He There is a big story, right? Maybe I'm telling you. So if you see his backstory, right? He was in Russia, I think Dagestan, right? He's from Dagestan, and Dagestan is not, I would say, a very progressive society right now. It currently a lot of fighters come, but the infrastructure, the business opportunities, the life of living style, this is not that great, right? Maybe it has improved now, but that time I would say 5-10 years ago, right? So there he has a Russian mom, right? So basically, her mom gets married to a guy in UK, and then this mother of Imam moved to UK, London, in a very posh, very big society, like, and because of that, he was also accompanied with him, right? And there he lived in the best environment, which he never would have never got in Pakistan. And then he was admitted to a school which was very good, where a lot of rich peoples come, right? I have been that experience that I could tell you. Same way, I was also living in a very village kind of area, and then suddenly moved to a very good society and a good school. And that experience attended, like, miraculously changed my life, right? I could see how rich people stay, live, and I could learn. I grabbed the opportunity with my both hands, like, basically. I understood things. I understood all my brokey mindset got disappeared. How rich people think, how rich people work, what they wear, what kind of those things would they watch, what they speak, and what are the mentality. So somebody coming from Dagestan, right? So the credit goes to his mother, who was able to marry this person and kind of moved into this big city, right? And because of this, then Imam got the exposure, right? But I will not say that there was no hard work from his side, or there is no good side, because there are a lot of kids who might have been migrating from some place to UK. Like, there are so many people. Like, UK is full with immigrant people, right? From India, Pakistan, like any other place, right? But not of all of them become like Imam or Hamza or whatever, right? There is a definitely credit to him, right? So there could be a lot of people come there, got this, they grab the opportunity and then they slack off, they go into drugs and do a lot of shit. A lot of them will not make like the name him. So there is a lot of credit goes to him. And I think he is what is it is. I'm not taking away any credit from this guy, but I only like the bad side of him, that he villainizes his stepfather. Right? I have never seen a video where he is giving the credit to his, yeah, he gives credit to his mom, that his mom did shift and all and everything, right? That's fine to continue his education, that high school or something like this, right? So Imam got what he is today because his mother and father, stepfather, who brought it, right? So these are the credits. This circumstantial changes basically make him the person what he is today, right? And if some guy who's living in third world country, right, and he thinks that if if he buys Imam's course and go through that course, he will become like Imam, that is so stupid of you, I would say. That is so stupid of you, right? If you really want to become that person, if Imam makes a course to how to move to a new city, how to, whenever you are new, how to meet with new people, how to interact them, how to do networking, how to like do this kind of thing, right? How you can immigrate and then do, and if you follow that advice, probably that course will sell more and that will be more authentic self, right? But that's not the case, right? You staying into your place will definitely not grow like Iman. So this course is on his digital agency, that's bullshit. That is horse crap, right? Basically the law of universe is energy can be not be created, not be destroyed, right? It's same way, the amount of work skill that you learn, the amount of hard work you put, the work you will get, right? It's not that some magic. It's not like that you get some cheat code and you can make a baby within 8 months or 6 months or 5 months. Baby will take 9 months only to born, right? But there are examples, right? If you see chickens we eat right now, they basically grew in like 15 days and 30 days, right? 1 kg or something. And naturally, if they had to grow, it will take some more time, like 2 3 4 months. But you know what happens? Somebody who grows like this, they go down the hill, they die. They literally die because these chickens, if they are not being eaten, they will die automatically because the way they have, basically their like genes have been fluctuated such a way that their age of, like, they are like aging fast, right? So if you age fast, you will grow fast as well. So basically that is the thing, right? So Imam has never given credit to his stepdad that he whatever abusive, right? He tells that he was very abusive, bad. He also tells that he is one of the most intelligent guy who fear or something like this, right? So I think a lot of credit goes to, because when you change situations, right, there is a lot of opportunity. Your whole mindset has changed. Because I've been to the place, right, where I was living in a very countryside village kind of area, and then suddenly moving to a new society, and there getting in a new society and a very good school, right? Things changed for me. I was way smarter. I could understand the difference. I could see the contrast and understand where we were failing previously and now how we can improve, right? So those things really made Imam what the person he is, right? And the way he villainizes father, like for me, even my father, if I look back the activities he has done to me in my childhood, right, I would also villainize him. But now I'm very grateful that I have a father and who did certain kind of things. That's what made me today, right? So I tell you a story, right? uh, this is like, my father is was very frugal back then when I was childhood, still maybe right now, but things have changed, right? He was very frugal, and like he was like, I think he was kind of validation seeker. He will do a lot of things to other people, lot other kids in my relatives and all, and he will not spend a penny on me or something like this. And he was very afraid of me going out somewhere, and this was so. I think the most of the reason was that I used to think that, okay, it's because of the money, right? Yeah, he don't want to spend money on me. He doesn't want to give me money for fares and all. That's why he doesn't want me to go to certain places. And also one of the reason would be to protect me from a lot of danger which is happens when a young kid goes out, right? So he's also let stop me from trips going out somewhere, right? And I used to hate my father. There is a probably some truth about it. There will be always like 10% security, 90% it would be expenses, or maybe 80% or 50-50 it could would both be, right? But he was like that, and I used to hate him for that. I remember there was a wedding of my class teacher who literally adored me. Like he was like, she was like kind of mother to me in the school, right? And she was like, I remember one of the stories which I can tell you from that teacher is that uh, just like we have auctions for players, right? I was in a different house. Like in an Indian school system, we have these houses where the whole school is divided into four groups or something like this, and then there you will do sports, academic contests, and these kind of thing, right? So I was in a different house, and there I was supposed to I was supposed to become a captain over there, right? Uh, and uh, and she came really new to the school, and we suddenly bonded very much together. She literally saw a lot of potential in me. And remember, she wanted me to her house, which she was coordinating, right? Which was a different red house. I was in a yellow house, and she was in the red house. So I basically this teacher kind of auctioned me. Like, she gave three members of her house to just get me basically to his house, basically. So it kind of auction happened between the teacher, right? And I remember I was exchanged for three students. So you can understand how close we were, right? I think I'm sidelining from the story, but yeah, this was very important. So how we bonded, right? And she was one of my favorites, and she was getting married, right? And I told my father that she's in a different city. I have to go. All my friends are going. I need to go. And my father fucking didn't never let me go. You cannot go. And I was quite old. Like, I was in 12th standard, basically first year of college, if you say, in your country, if you're in Europe. So I was quite old, and I could take. I've been a lot of places, right? And it's not like it's a new. Maybe he didn't know about it or something, right? So what I think right now, that is true, that he basically didn't wanted me because I will ask money for fare, and then I'll ask money for to gift her something like this, right? Wanted me to go there because he wanted to save money on that gifts and all, right? And that I could figure out, right? So yeah, what I could do, I just, so I don't have money. So I remember somewhere in some competition I won a clock as a gift, right? And that clock, so the competition, the clock where I won, their name was at the background at the clock, right? So what I did, I just, I was engineer, right? I was engineer from kid. So I opened that clock, replaced that background. I was an art student as well, so I draw a beautiful painting, and I replaced that painting with that logo, right? And then kind of put back those needles of this R's and minute back on, and then repackaged it. So it became a clock, and it has a painting which was made by me, and that I gave to my packed it and wrapped around, and that I gave to me because I knew that I was not going, so something I have to do, and that I gave it to my friend and went. And I hated my father, and I hated my father for this day, right? And there were a few other things like where he has stopped me or something, but when I look back, the things he has given me, right, the things which he has been supportive. I remember today, a few of my friend was saying that you have such a great father, you're so lucky and everything, right? So this is probably this bad things he have done, but so many good things he has done for me, right? Which I can make a separate video on that if you guys are interested in that. So on that comparison, I adore my father a lot. I do hate him for some few things, but the things which he have sacrificed and done for me, that is so tremendous, right? So I could easily forget this kind of thing. Easily. So same way, this story was important that Imam, just how he villainized his father, right? His stepdad, like, oh, he was cruel and everything. Like, but he forgets, he never tells this to an audience that because he moved to such a great high society area from that fucking place, Dagestan, right? Where there was no opportunities and everything, right? To this place, right? And 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 like that changed the game, right? So if Imam could make a video and sell a course describing how you can move from one place to good place, and how you can like be in your shoe, how to grab those opportunity, how to network this with these young people, how to understand them, and this kind of thing, that course should be, that's how you became the person you are, right? That's how you became the billionaire or whatever you are right now. So if he going to do that, that would be authentic course, and that I would buy as well. But the way he say digital for resonance and fuck all and the digital agency and bullshit Bitcoin, some shit and all these all things. So that is not. And and when I see his younger photos, right, without mustache and everything, it kind of like my gut says that it's fucking like I seen this kind of. It's like if you remember in your high school or something, right? There could be this innocent kid or something, and one day they found that they've been stealing some laptop, or they've been robbing their father's ATM and everything, a debit card, taking stealing money. So there suddenly this news broke out. So there is a cunningness in his face, I would say. I don't know if I'm wrong or not. Whenever not this the model, the younger version of, if you see his photo, I think maybe I'll put in editing somewhere. So his younger version photo with when he had a lot of pimples and all, and this small face, right? So I've seen this kind of boys, right? They somehow they I'm not saying they're harmful or something, like something shady going on their head all the time, right? But yeah, I don't want to take credit from Imam that he came from such a harsh place to this place. Whatever, how is this thing, right? And there is a lot of people, a lot of immigrants came to, and they will not be successful like Imam. So there is a lot of hard work which has went, which I don't want to discredit. But I only hate that part. He wants to make other people rich by his stupid courses, which he is not having used and which didn't work for him, right? So you can tell him, right? So a lot of credit goes to her mother and the father, which he villainizes, right? That credit should be given, and never seen that happening, right? So that was the truth of Imam, right? He talks about a lot of good stuff right now on the. So everybody, right? I will not say in my childhood I was very great. Even you in your childhood were great or something, right? But as we grow, he's a young guy, right? As we grow, we understand the world, right? We understand what the things since we have done, and right, and maybe at future whenever he like grows up, thinks about understand the world, he will basically. I hope that he will kind of clarify this thing and he will accept the things, right, what it is, and maybe his audience will all understand. But so these courses, no, no man, no, that is not gonna happen. So that is the truth of Imam Gadzhi, which I think, right? I'm not some like Joe Schmo or something, right? Who can come up and just say anything, right? Uh, my background, like I'm like probably older than him, right, in the age, and I've done everything self. I've been poorly raised and everything. Currently I'm a quantum engineer, right? Self-taught, right? I was a AI engineer back then for like 4 to 5 years, right? I visited 5 countries in Europe, not by some by my mother marrying to some people, right? And going there, no, on my basis of my hard work, on my talent. So that I've done, that I could say. I'm not discrediting what his mother has did. Like that is real hard work. And the way he villainizes his father, right? In Red Pill space, I've seen a lot of people saying, "Don't marry a single mother" or something like that. And now that kinds of proof, right? Whatever you do to your kids, like of your the partner who already have kids, whatever things you want to do, they're gonna villainize in your end. So that is a very like bad endorsement to say stepdads. Seeing Imam's story, never crediting him for anything, I don't think any father would like next time. I will never marry some Russian girl who has a child and do like maybe should move him to a such big posh area in UK and everything. Probably in his case, his dad was might be a bad thing, but the way he discredited it, yeah, he should have credited him. So I will never do something like that. A lot of other men who will never go for single marriage because the example you have presented online, right? Bringing up this thing, yeah, probably it was hard, but yeah, you were already separated from him. At least you could have given the credit, and you could tell your success has somewhere correlation with you coming to this new place in UK from Dagestan and getting into these big schools and everything, right? Yeah, it was your mother's credit, but there was the reason, right? Your mother like magically didn't able to make up shit and just become three jobs, and that three jobs helped her to move it to UK. So that I hope I didn't get personal. The idea is not to like say bad things about him. This I'm just want to say there's something the credits has to be given, which was not there. So I would say that. I hope if you like my analogy or something like this, it's not analogy. It's basically the facts which I've collected, which I've told you, and probably I will be making the next video that you should buy other courses, people's other courses, right? There are people whom course you should buy and are not. So basically, next video will be on how you should buy these courses from Andrew Tate or maybe Hamza or any other big YouTuber or anybody else. So please, I would recommend watching that as well if you have watched this one. So that will give you the idea to pursue with for courses or not if you're confused about any state. So I hope you have subscribed to me so that you can watch the another video and see you in the next one.